Hi, have you ever walked out of a meeting thinking, I gave it everything, I told everything that I knew, but nothing really landed? Has it happened to you? Well, I've been there a couple of times myself. Now, this is a common trap for most leaders. We don't struggle with data, we struggle with delivery. Now, if this is something that you also struggle with, then I want you to remember two things. Number one, what gets remembered gets acted upon. If your message is not memorable, if people don't even remember what you said, they will never act upon it. So you must make your message memorable. Number two, the way that you structure or frame your communication says a lot about you as a leader. When you make your message memorable, people get this message that you have the bigger picture in mind and that you don't get stuck in the weeds. And that's a much more powerful communication that you are sending across to your audiences. So this week, what I want you to do is to make this shift in your intent. Don't just inform, influence. Don't communicate just to inform, but to influence. When you are informing, you are just doing a status update. But when you are influencing, you are actually shaping decisions. Status update is about data dumping. Influencing is about creating clarity. It's about shaping decisions. It's about nudging action. And that's what executive presence sounds like. So how do you use this insight? Well, next time you have to communicate to your stakeholders, I want you to quickly put your message through these three filters. One, audience. Who's in the room? What do they care about? What keeps them up at night? Number two, what is your intent? What is your intention? What is it that you want your audiences to go away thinking, saying, and doing? What do you want them to be thinking? What is it that you want them to be talking about? And what is it that you want them to do after they leave the room, right? And the third is framing. What is one key message that you want them to remember once they have gone out of the room? So for example, if I were to say something like, we are 80% done with feature X, testing starts Friday. Now, there's nothing memorable about this message. There's nothing for an executive to use from this information to make a decision. But if I were to reframe it something like, we are on track, feature X is stable, and nothing is blocking its release on such and such date. In just these three segments, you are giving three pieces of information to your stakeholder that, first of all, there are no delays, that there are no risks, and that we'll be able to meet our customer commitments on time. Now that is a memorable message. Same data, sharper framing, more leadership. So the question is, how do you use it? How do you apply it, right? So this week, before your next stakeholder update, I want you to give it a thought and say, what is one message that I want to deliver to my stakeholders that they will remember? Use the BLUF framework, bottom line upfront. Start your communication with that key message. So where do you look for that key message? Look for one of these three hooks. Is there a risk? Is there a decision pending? Or is there some new insight based on some new information which has come up? So use any one of these three as hooks to deliver your message upfront. So if there's one thing I want you to remember from this video is speak not just to be heard, but to be remembered. That's what moves the rooms. That's what shifts the perceptions about you. You already have the substance. Now you must sharpen your signal. So go out, experiment with this, and let me know how it works out for you. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.